All right, this fight. I'll let you guys watch it, but before then, do you guys hear the ping pong table? Basically, there's no debuff in Heroic, so anyone can do these. So I would assign your most mechanically aware players to do this rune. This will wipe a lot of guilds. There is a debuff in Heroic. I actually wasn't aware of that. I don't remember on Heroic PTR, on Mythic, there's clear, on Mythic it gives like a certain amount of people in your raid a debuff, and those people are the ones who have to do the runes, so you can't pick them. But on Heroic, you can do it with whoever you want. So I'm just gonna explain the first part, let's just watch through it. So Fatescribe comes out, you hit him. There's gonna be a Fated Conjunction. This is pretty easy, just mark a tank and roar this every time. Move out to the side, okay? It's going to do both. So as long as you're on the edge of it, you're fine. Oh, it lasts forever in Heroic, okay. And it does both sides of it, so you have to be aware of that. The boss goes to the middle, they've already phased him. Now what it's gonna do is highlight some runes. I want you guys to get a visual of this before I show you. I would recommend for Heroic to tank all the ads on the edge so you're not interfering with the middle at all. But do you guys see how there's sockets on your screen? See how the lines are still moving? Oh no, he doesn't have a very good view. Okay, right here. Do you guys see this socket? There's a socket here. Oh, is there only 2 rings on Heroic? I only see 2, unless one was instantly done. Yeah, they already did one. Okay, so you have, I think it's 40 seconds to do this on Heroic. How this works is, let's say there's a socket. Let's just say these are sockets, right? So let's say there's a socket here, a socket here, and a socket here, okay? And then the one I'm doing here, the filled in circle is going to be the one that's highlighted, okay? So how this works is for each of these groups, the socket is the open circle, and we need to get the filled in circle to go to the other socket. Each one of these rings moves individually, and there will be one highlighted rune. That is this big circle. If one person stands on this rune, it will go clockwise, okay? So it'll go this way. If 2 people stand on the rune, it will go counterclockwise. So what you want to do is identify how long it's going to take you to go to the rune socket, and depending on that, you'll need an even amount of people or an odd amount of people. You can obviously do even numbers of higher numbers, but there's no reason to not have 1 or 2 people do it. So have the entire other raid over here, just like you see in their VOD, okay? Everyone's over here getting tank ads, hunters like help MD ads that are in the room, get them over here. DPS the ads as they come in, whatever. There's like, is there tank ads on Heroic? I don't know, but either way, just DPS ads. And then if you have a couple people assigned, your raid leader, your best mechanical players, have them each assigned to a certain row or a certain one and be like, have them marked, right? So like you can go in with this, like you can mark them like this, so you don't even have to do numbers, okay? And you can be like, okay, I'm the raid leader. I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna get orange, and I'm a priest, right? I'm gonna do the orange one. All right, well, I need to go solo, so I'm fine. I'm fine on orange. And then the other person will be like, on the triangle one, they'll be like, okay, I need a friend, you know? So my friend will come help me. So these 2 people are gonna be here, and all 3 of these people are just gonna move this thing all the way around until it gets in the socket, okay? You get the idea. And then that goes away. Now this priest can do it alone. See, him alone in this, if you have to keep running around with it, you'll move it like this, into the thing, and then this will all go away after you do that. So these people are done, and then the last one is this. It's just diamond, and it needs to go here. 2 people will make it faster. So it's a druid and a paladin. The druid is like usually one of your mechanical players, and he has a backup for his in case he needs an extra partner, and it's this paladin player who they've been playing with for years. If you have 2, does it go faster? No. It's gonna go like this, and then you're gonna follow it, and same thing, and then you finish it. And that ends the intermission, and that's it. And then you go back and you basically do phase 1 again until the next intermission. It's kind of complicated. This is a nightmare for pugs, like a nightmare. So having a few people assigned to do this and know how to do it is a huge, huge, huge help. A couple of notes. If you guys get the outer ring, let's say you get a circle here and this. If you are assigning people to the outside, you need a speed increase. The outside goes faster, obviously. So if you have someone here, like maybe get someone speedy like a druid, like have fast classes do this, so he can even just keep up with this one rune, so it goes as fast as it can. So that's basically that mechanic. I explained it all. It's a little complicated. You may need to see it. We'll watch all the way through, and I'll explain how the fight gets different at the end. Also, there's these little orbs that are in the room. They like stun you. Maybe they don't stun you. I think they changed them to like just do damage to you and not stun you. It's one or the other. They either used to stun and they don't now, or they used to not stun, or they used to stun and they don't now, but they still do damage. It's something like that. I don't even know what they're called. It spawns from the Echo of Eternities, right? Or a slow, something like that. Okay, there's the other mechanic in P1. These things. You want to just take these to the edge. You want to take these to the edge for sure. Because they're going to stay there, and then next time it casts that ability, which you'll see soon. So now there's 3 new debuffs, and there's the old spots. So you want to move away from the ones you've put on the wall. And then in Heroic, it's easy. They just blow up. In Mythic, they also make orbs come from them, so there's some added stuff there. So, they're about to get shit on. They need to move over here. Oh, they know. Nice. Oh, these people need to... Oh. Crazy. They're crazy. The tank ad is pretty easy to deal with. It basically is like a Zymox mechanic where you'll see it right here. See how the tank is running away with it? It's going to do damage to the raid based on how far away you are, but then it's going to spawn an ad. And if it reaches the tank, it like kills him or hurts him or something. I don't know what it does. But it's super easy to deal with. It can be fully CC'd. It can be gripped. It can be binding. It can be stunned, like everything. Like you can focus it if you want to just be safe, but it's not like the biggest deal. Okay, and the reason why you need to push the boss, this is the Wombo combo, by the way. This is the thing you need to watch out more than anything else. There's going to be a timing that occurs where you're going to get a Call of Eternity and a Fated Conjunction at the same time. Okay, so Call of Eternities need to go to the edge, and they need to get away from the group, but also you have to dodge this. Okay, so like people, they're actually doing it right. No, back up. He needs to go right here. He's going to get hit. He doesn't know he's going to get hit. That's okay. That's probably the hardest part of this phase, but... just that specific combo. Guys, don't kick W. This is the first time they were seeing this fight. They don't know any better. Same thing here. You guys see the 3 sockets. Again, assign your players to that. Now, the last part of the fight is a bit different. Okay, let me see if they kill it. Oh, they have everyone alive here? They're going to see it. Nice. All they need to do is do these runes, and then you guys can see the end. Okay, so in the last phase, the boss is going to do the runes during this phase. So you guys see these runes spinning? You guys know the closest one and the third one, so they marked them as moon and triangle, are going to have runes that you have to do during this phase. Okay, so you could have like range do it in this one, right? Or something like that. I would probably have, if you have the boss in the middle, to just, if like this one's up, I would just assign a range to go around with it, mobile ranged. Or actually, honestly, if I'm being real, fuck ranged. Well, not like fuck ranged in general. Like, ranged are fine. I just mean like, fuck getting it in your head that it has to be arranged because it's the most efficient. Dude, just to make your best players do it. Whether it's a melee or not, doesn't matter. Make your best players do this mechanic in the last phase. Don't worry about the damage. Just make sure it's done as fast as possible. Also, huge tip. Huge tip. Do you guys see these little lines of wood in between the runes? Let's just say right now, the rune you needed to move was right under the boss. It would be a nightmare if the whole raid was just kind of standing everywhere. You can actually stand on the wood in between these runes and you'll never actually touch a rune. So you can actually be right next to them and it not really be a problem. So just know you always want... Oh, they know that. They're all doing it, so they must have known that. That's good. And then they end up killing the boss here. That's it. So, yeah, you guys kind of get the point. In P1, the boss, you want him kind of close to the middle and then move out for Grand Conjunction. That's like the big AoE thing. If you're putting these circles on the side of the room, okay, right here, put them here. And then after you place them, move the boss. Move the boss to here. So the next time you're placing them, you actually have room to like place them here, here, and here. So you're not like trying, like imagine you don't move the boss at all and you have 3 new circles that need to come down. These people need to do like this, which is like way more movement. Just move the boss so it's easier to naturally place them and it's way easier to put down. Where you can lust, honestly, I would lust whenever you like lose people to see the phase farther. If not, lust at the end. Because like the end is technically harder, but like if you notice that your cooldowns don't come up exactly in one phase, maybe you could lust. Like if having CDs on the pole meant you beat X and then having CDs at the end meant you beat that, but in the middle you kept getting a bunch of mechanics you've never seen before, like 3 fucking conjunctions or something, just lust in that phase to make it easier. I would use lust to make this fight easier for you. I don't think it's necessarily required in any phase. Just use it where you think the hardest part is for you. So things to look out for. Oh, comp doesn't matter, but definitely have your best players do the rune mechanic completely regardless of role. Things to look out for. Tank adds way too easy. Mark a smart person to stack on for every... Is it called... It's not called Grand Conjunction. That was the Starhawker mechanic, right? This is called something else. He casts it right now. Fated Conjunction. That's it. For every Fated Conjunction, hopefully your tank, because he's the one moving the boss for melee. Exact same line of thinking for tendies on Zakul. Your tank needs to drag the boss there anyway. Might as well make him the person to lead your group. Unless one or both of your tanks are stupid, in which case have a smart person mark it for them. It happens. Sometimes you're just stupid. So that's Fated Conjunction. And make sure you move around the room. Make sure you move around the room consistently after you place the circles. All right, cool. That's it. So that's this fight. Any questions before we move on to Kel Thuzad? Bloodlust last phase? Probably. Do beams always come from the same spot? No. Can healers do runes? Yes. Is it worth killing the boss? Yeah, I think so. Check Whisper. There's a screenshot showing the assign mechanic in Heroic. Oh, you do get the debuff in Heroic? Runic Affinity. Fatescribe can join several players to the Loom of Fate's current configuration, allowing them to manipulate the rings. Oh, shit. Okay, so in Heroic, you can't actually make your best players do it. It's going to randomly give a debuff to about half your raid. And you have to pick between them how to do it. So you want to have as little stupid people in your raid as possible. Okay, since it apparently, not spell checking that, picks people, kill this boss if you're having trouble. Oh my god, we're spell checking that. If you're having trouble, drop players as close to 10 as you can to get anyone out that just doesn't fucking get it. That would be real rough. All right. So if you guys are consistently having players wipe you because they don't know what's going on, just drop your raid size until they're no longer there. And then give them a couple weeks to watch you and figure it out, and then go from there. You don't want to hamstring yourself on a boss when on Heroic you can simply drop people. Yeah, you know what it is. All right.